My name is Timothy Joseph Mayowa. I'm a full stack web developer and a software engineer. Okay, so I discovered a problem a lot of people have. They have difficulties in tracking their income, tracking their expenses as well. You make certain amount of money and you don't know how or on what you spend your money on. You'll be surprised that at the end of the year, a lot of people will make as much as 5 million, 10 million naira, and you're left with like 100,000 or 200,000. You're wondering, what did I spend this money on? What did I buy? Okay, to this end, I created an app that solves that problem for you. So this app enables you to track your expenses, track your income. You know what you're spending your money on. You know what exactly you made over a certain period of time. So if you want to make your entries on a weekly basis, you want to track your weekly expenses or your weekly income or your monthly income. So you create an entry, track from what day to what date. You have that liberty to do that. Then you can give your income title. This is what I made for this particular day, is what I made for this particular week. Enter it. Then your expenses, you do the same thing. So at the end of the day, you can have a global summary of what and what you've spent your money on and what income you made. You can have them per entry, and you also have a global summary of all entries you've made. Okay, this makes it easy for you to know where your money is going to, what exactly you are spending more money on. You can keep a tab of it, either to increase it or to reduce it. Okay, so watch the tutorials on how to go about usage of the app. This is what the app looks like. So Finance Tracker app. This is the link used to access it. So this is an overview of the app. Okay, so you just choose a plan. Although all of them are free, you're not paying anything. Okay, so let's click here, start for free, or you can use login, sign up, any of the items on the menu here. So if you have an account, login. If you don't, click on sign up, put your first name, last name, email address, password, and once that's done, you'll be redirected back to the login page. So go back to login since I already have an account, and I'll just click on login. So we are in. Okay, so this is a brief tutorial, okay, that automatically shows up. It says click here to toggle the sidebar and access the menu. So the reason why I'm saying this is because these are the demo uh, income and expenses that I've put in already in the past to track. They are just demo items. Okay. So I'll click on next. Okay, to just have a brief tutorial. It says click here to toggle between light and dark mode. Okay, click here for help. This needs. So click here to add a new entry. Click here to view your profile. And then this is the expense tracker description. Click on new entry to add a new expense or income. But first, add a title, then the start date and the end date. Afterwards, use the edit icon to edit your entries and add your expenses and income. Add a category to each expenses, and if the category is not listed, you can create a new one and add a new income if there's any. So click on done. Okay, this are what I've done in the past. Okay, so let me just guide you on how you can create a new one. So click on add new entry. So what will be the title? Let's say I want to track February February uh income. Okay, all right. So put the start date where you want to start from. You want to start from 10th down to the end of February. Okay, I click on save, and that generates a new card. This entry saves database. So we have a new card here. So we're tracking from 10th of February to 28th of February 2016. Mind you, you're not just tracking income alone, it could be your expenses as well. So let's assume you received an income, and the source of that income is a debt that was repaid. So let's say debt repayment, and the amount was 200,000. Okay, so you can see it's showing here total income 200,000. Let's say I also received another income, which is payment for an app. Someone asked me to build an app, and the app costs, let's say, 500,000. Okay, so this are the income I've received. So far, I can choose to add a date. Maybe one was received on the 9th. Yeah, I'm tracking from 10th, right? That one was received on the 10th of February. Yeah, I can add a date beside each title. And then this was, let's assume 12th of February as well. Okay, so I can save it. There are no expenses made yet. You can see debt repayment, payments per app, this all came in. Now, let's assume I need to make an expense. I need to go get subscription or uh, for my internet, let's say internet subscription, and I'm doing that on 11th February. Okay, and the amount of that is 25,000. Okay, then category, what category should I fall under? That can fall under utilities. Okay, and then I save that. Okay, I just saved. So internet sub. Now, if there should be another expense, let's say I need to get groceries and the amount is about 30,000. So what category that should be under food, okay, and it gets saved. So if there another expense, let's assume uh, this expense now is for transportation, or I want to use something that okay, let's say I want to pay for something charity. Okay, let's say charity, and the charity is 100,000. Okay, then under this category, we don't have anything like charity, so we can put it under others, or we can add a new category. Okay, then create the category here to be what charity, then save it. Okay, so we now have a category called charity. Okay, so what is our total income? 700,000. What are total expenses? So everything that we've spent our money on. And then this is our balance here, 545,000 naira. Okay. So we have a global summary. This is a total summary of all the cards that have been created in the past. Okay. And we also have a pie chart here to give a preview of what exactly is consuming the most of our funds. Okay. So that's just a brief of how you can use this app. So depending on what you want to do, if you want to also make it a budget app, come over here, say give a title budget tracker for February, and I want to track my budget for this month down to the end of this month. Okay, save that. Okay, so what exactly do I want to track? So all of them should come under expenses. I can give it a name. Let's say uh, for my health, I'm going to spending 50,000. Okay, so you can see because there's no income, uh, what's going to be shown is going to be minus. Let's say for feeding, it's going to be like 200,000. So put under food. Okay, this category will be under health. And then since I have these two expenses to make for the month, let's assume this is all I have to make. I can now put in a deposit. So since both of them will cost some thousand, so I can put budget and then put in 50,000. Save it. Okay, so okay, everything is 70,000. So let's do 70,000. Yeah. Okay, so I have going to spend on health and I'm going to spend on feeding. So for this 70,000 that I have with me, it's only going to address those two things. I'm not going to buy any other thing outside of these two things. So I can keep tab of this till the end of the month. Okay, and it's always saved in your account. So anytime you sign out, you come back, you always meet this here. So we have option to use the dark mode if you prefer to use dark mode instead of the light mode. and then you have your profile where you can see what your username, your email, and you can show your password. Okay, that's all about the app, and then log out when you're done.